Hello, hello. How are you guys? I am coming from you from a dark car. I am so excited about this live tonight. If you're catching this on the replay, make sure that you drop and comment about that you are catching this on the replay. Let us know if there are any questions that you have and click the share button when you get it, and let us know where you are coming in from. So I'm so excited about this series that Amber Rice and I are teamed up together to do. So we're going to give it just a moment, and then my good friend Amber is going to hop on, and we are going to talk to you guys a little bit about CBD and THC and what they are and the differences. So thanks everybody. Say hello when you are hopping on. Let us know where you are watching from. It's so much lighter in your office than it is in my mobile office here in my car.
Hey, I
Can
can.
you hear me
It froze
okay?
for just a second, but I think we're good now.
Okay. All right, you guys, let us know if you can hear us. Thanks for saying hello. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Kelly Hoover, and next to me here is Amber Rice. We were so excited about this. If you are curious about CBD, about THC, what the differences are, click the share button, because you know what? This is a huge topic, and we're going to put a disclaimer out here. We are not talking about any products. We're not talking about any brands. We are not talking about anything affiliated with any companies or any brands. This is two former geeky nerd pharmaceutical reps who love science, and we have the opportunity to really dive in and sort of learn a little bit more and educate ourselves. We're educating each other, and we want to share that with you. So tonight is the first of 4 nights, and we have specific topics about what we're going to be talking about. And tonight, it's just going to be pretty simple. Now, we are going to give a little bit maybe nerdy science stuff, so I apologize ahead of time if it is maybe too much, but hopefully some of you guys will resonate with it. So click the share, make sure you comment, let us know what questions you have. So Amber, anything on your heart before we hop
No,
into
I mean, I'm just right
CBD and
there with
THC?
you that I personally had a pretty big misunderstanding about CBD and what it was and well, the importance of it. And this little bit of research that we've kind of dug into has really opened my eyes as to what it is and why there's so much research going on around this topic and around in this, industry, and why we're seeing more and more products come to market because of what it is and why our bodies respond to it so well. So I've enjoyed this. Like you said, we're a little nerdy and geeky in some ways, but it's really cool. And I kind of was one of those people that I thought, oh, somebody's taking CBD, like they're probably getting high. That's crazy. So we'll dig into some of that a little bit tonight. That's exciting.
Awesome. Yes. So you guys grab your notepads. I have a computer here to try to get some light, and we both have tons of notes, and there are specific things that we really want to share. So just know we're going to be looking down at our notes to make sure we give you guys, it's newer information for us that we've just been really diving in. And so if you have questions, if you have comments, please, if we don't respond to them during the live video, we will answer the questions. You can also message us directly and click the share button if you have anybody that you think would be in it. So we're going to dive right in. So the topic is, what is CBD, what is THC, and what's the difference? And we both had a large misunderstanding. I sort of thought I knew, but I really didn't know. So really what you need to know is cannabis is a plant, okay? It's a natural plant, and there are over 85 known cannabinoids that we know of. Okay, there's a lots of other research going on, but we know of 85 right now. But the very two most prominent compounds are hemp and marijuana. Okay, which I'm sure most of you have all heard that, right? So hemp is CBD. So those words are often used interchangeably. So yes, you can absolutely do a watch party. Absolutely. So those are the two most prominent ones. And that's why obviously you have heard of marijuana. You have probably at this point heard of CBD, but just know that those are the two most prominent. And that's what we're really going to be diving into tonight during this episode. So hemp, what you need to know about hemp or CBD is it contains 20% of CBD. All right. And it's less than 0.3% THC. And here's the other thing. It is legal in all 50 states. Okay. Because a lot of times I have heard people say, oh, that's illegal. It's not. It's legal in all 50 states. CBD is. And here's the other thing. It's non-psychoactive. So you need to know that. You're not going to get high from CBD. It's non-psychoactive because it has to have 0.3% THC or less. So the difference in that, marijuana contains 10% CBD, so less, and 20%, okay, huge percentage difference, 20% of THC or more. Obviously, it depends on the actual plant. It can vary from farm to farm, plant to plant, but you just have to know it is psychoactive. You do get high from that. And so two completely different compounds from the same plant. So we're going to dive in. Amber, dive in a little bit more to the actual molecule.
I'll put on my nerdy hat. This is where I get nerdy. Okay, let me find my graphic. Bear with me 1 second, and I'm going to break down some actual chemical molecular science. So CBD and THC, if you were to actually look at these, drawings of the molecular compounds on a piece of paper, they are going to look on paper almost identical, like identical twins. They have the exact same chemical makeup as far as each compound has 21 carbon atoms, 30 hydrogen atoms, and 2 oxygen atoms. Okay, so on paper, like if you were to glance at this, and I'm going to just turn my computer around and show, hopefully you can see this. Is that too bright? Okay, here. Okay, here is cannabidiol.
That's good.
This is CBD here on this side, and this is THC. So you can see the hydrogen, the oxygen, and the carbon atoms, all there in the two drawings. But this one section where it is arranged differently, I'm going to try to point it out here at the bottom. You can see you only have an oxygen here on this side, and this is a different molecular compound at the bottom. That is the only difference in the molecular structure of these two compounds. But that one tiny difference, one placement of a single atom in the arrangement of that molecule makes them completely different. It makes them completely different in the way your body responds to it and the benefits that each one brings to the body. So there's my 2 seconds of nerdiness.
Well, and it's so interesting. It's so interesting to actually look at that structure, but then diving into how it actually works in our body. So so here's what you should know. We're going to dive in more into this in our later sections because there's just so much to learn and so much to educate on. But you need to know that CBD really does help provide a homeostasis for all of our systems in our body. And we're going to dive into more about the system and how it affects the rest of the systems. But homeostasis for everything. And we have a pretty cool visual that we're going to hope to try and create. So during that. But if you look at what Amber just pointed out, and you look at that molecular structure and you look at actually how it is binding to the receptor, you have a receptor called CB1. And that is, and it's, I'm just going to use my hand here. And if you take that THC molecular structure that she just showed you, it fits directly into CB1. Okay, it fits directly there, which is going to it's what causes you to feel that high, right? And if you look at that receptor, it's that receptor that is like feeding the behavior of like pleasure, right? It's feeding the behavior of like a runner's high. Okay, that is really what that receptor, that dopamine that is putting off. Okay, so if you take that same receptor and you take CBD structure that Amber just showed you, it doesn't fit into that CB1 because it's different. Okay, it's a total different glove, right? It's a different glove, so it doesn't fit. Therefore, you don't get high from it because it doesn't fit into that receptor, that CBD1 receptor. So when you look at Amber's going to talk a little bit about the benefits and how to deliver it. But if you look specifically at CBD oil, again, this is no company, this is nothing. It's just because this is a lot of popular ways to deliver. But you have to really be educated about where you get product from and the quality, right? And even it's different. Like you have different types of oil. You have a pure isolate, which is just strictly CBD. That's the only thing that is in it. Okay. And then you have a full spectrum, which has the CBD, but it also has some natural flavoring, and it may have some other cannabinoids in it. Maybe not just the CBD. There's a lot of them. Remember, we said there's 85 that are known. So you just have to know, and it's typically a darker color. It's got a flavoring to it, because imagine if you put straight, no flavoring, it's going to taste terrible. And so you have to know that just one delivery method, which is oil, there are different types, that being the isolate and the full spectrum. And you really have to know the quality, the actual quality of it, because the full spectrum is coming directly from the hemp plant, but it actually comes from the stalks and the stem of the plant. So completely different. So even within a delivery system, there's different types. And then there's, obviously you have to have a reputable source, right? So you want to talk a
Yeah,
little
I
bit
will.
about
And
some of
actually,
the
it was funny this
benefits?
weekend. I was doing dishes and I actually heard a talk show in the background. It was the doctors. I don't know if you've ever seen that. But they had this whole segment that they were
Mm-hmm.
doing their own kind of research on CBD and different, variations of it out there. And you really do have to kind of, know what you're buying. These things, they're considered supplements, and supplements are not ever, moderated or, um, regulated, I guess, by the FDA, so that people can throw CBD out there in whatever form they're want to market it. And it's not, I mean, their reports were pretty interesting as to what they researched and found compared to what was actually in those bottles. So, kind of a cool thing to
Oh,
watch.
interesting.
So the benefits, yeah, tons of benefits. I mean, if you're looking at hemp and the medicinal benefits of that with CBD, you're looking at everything from improvement and help in epilepsy and seizure disorder, pain and inflammation. A lot of people with PTSD are using this for anti-anxiety or opioid withdrawal. It helps relieve nausea. It promotes cardiovascular health. Um, these receptors and the way that our bodies can take in CBD are all over our body. And I don't even know if you said this earlier, Kelly, but we're born with endocannabinoids in our bodies. It's a natural thing occurring inside of
Mm-hmm.
us, that a good quality CBD product helps to promote that piece of the health puzzle for us. And then, delivery methods, we talked a little bit about that. We're seeing more and more of these kind of come about all the time, but the popular delivery methods on the market right now are, like Kelly said, oils. We see gummies, there's lotions, there's smoking it or vaping it. A lot of people do that. And we're seeing this kind of evolution of different delivery systems come about with CBD all the time.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty incredible. I know that we have really enjoyed learning and diving into the science, and there's so much deeper that we could go. We were, really talking about some of the more nerdier stuff, getting into the molecular structure and how it is in the body. But you guys, we're going to be back on Saturday and then again Monday and Wednesday next week, all with different topics. So make sure that you tune in and watch that. We're really just truly getting educated ourselves and educating others, because CBD is something so new that is very misunderstood. Two pretty educated girls really had a misunderstanding about it until you really start to learn. And so we're just sort of saving you time and paying it forward with educating what we are learning. So if you guys have specific questions about it that you would like us to cover on the next 3, please do so. Let us know, drop us a comment. And if you think this information is helpful for other people, definitely share it away
No,
to
I
them.
mean, I'm
Any
looking
closing
forward to this
comments?
series. I know tonight was really high level on, just what is it and why is it different than THC. But we are going to get deeper into the whole ECS system, the endocannabinoid system, which is really cool. Like that's the part that I'm really excited about. And you know,
Yeah.
a lot of other fun topics, but like Kelly said, drop any interest or specific questions you have below, because that's going to help guide our research to help provide answers, you know, that you want to hear. So super fun.
Yep. Absolutely. And if you guys are personally using and it's benefited you in certain ways, we'd love to hear that also. Because those are, you know, education and it's just knowledge, and that is just, you know, us learning. We love to learn and we love to pass information on. So let us know how we can help, and we'll
Awesome.
talk
Yeah.
to you
Thank
guys
you.
on
Have a good
Saturday.
night.
Thanks, Amber.
Bye.